They hate you because they ain't you. This is a message, you guys have already seen the title. These are the types of messages that I really don't like to channel. But I am a divine channeler, so I have to share whatever comes through for the collective as guided by spirit and the universe, right? So they hate you because they ain't you. This is about dark magic witches. This is about evil eye energy. This is about envy and jealousy, and the fact that your light is highly triggering to their inner demons. Your light triggers their demons. These are people that study you. These are people that want to be like you. These are people that actually, even though they hate admitting it to themselves or feeling this way, they're actually very inspired by you. Who you are, how you carry yourself, your light, you know, how you operate, how you speak, how you look, how you know, thrive, you know, all these things, right? These feel like people who are very much in lack energy. They're in lack energy, lack mentality. They have, you know, a lot of deep core wounds that they try to control or that control them kind of a thing. So it's like you're moving through all this stuff, like what seems, you know, even though it may not be this way for you, but to these energies, it seems like you just flow through life. Like you're just like this lucky person, like things just fall at your feet, fall into your lap, and they can't stand it. They cannot stand it. So with this energy, I pulled out one of my What's the Tea decks by Fire Witch Tarot. You can find it on Etsy. But this deck has different energies through it, but it does cover a lot of darker energies like this. So let's just dive right in, you guys. Okay, so they hate you because they ain't you. Their dark spell work, look at, yeah, they watch you online, they look you up. These people are like obsessed. They're like obsessed with you. For some of you guys, this is family members. For some of you guys, this is, you know, it could be karmic partners to divine counterparts, you know, like if you are connected to a soulmate or a twin flame and they're with like a karmic third party, and the karmic third party knows of you, knows who you are, they could be the ones sending you this extremely dark evil eye energy. But not only that, again, this could be someone, because it feels like for a lot of you guys, like someone who was close to you, or someone who put on a facade of, I care for you, you know, I'm hearing friendship, right? So this could be someone who portrayed to be, you know, a friend. Maybe they were a best friend, right? But deep down, they envied you. They were jealous of you. They were a hater, you know, is what we call them, right? Hater. They hate you because they ain't you. But at the same time, they are inspired by you. At the same time, they mimic you. It's like copycat energy. So maybe they try to dress like you or talk like you, or, you know, be into the same things that you're into, you know, like let's say you are very spiritual, right? Of course. Okay, let's say you work with oracle cards or tarot or crystals, or, you know, you're working with your spiritual gifts. They will try to do the same. Okay. But this is very manipulative. This is very twisted. This is, like I said, very dark. Okay. So anyways, okay, so let's get a good shuffle here with this deck. These are people that have bad habits, again, because like I said, they don't process things. They don't do shadow work or, you know, inner work. This is people that like are always playing victim. They have victim mentality. They like to escape reality through drugs, alcohol. You know, it could be through food, right? Like, you know, different things like that, right? But it literally says drugs, addictions, and toxicities. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like this is the energy that has been spying on you, watching you. For some, I'm going to take this out. For some, these are people that have either they practice dark magic themselves, or they have gone to a dark practitioner, or, you know, someone that does spell work. You know, like, I'm sure you guys have all seen, right? Like, you know, like, people out there, some people don't even know what they're doing, but for some people, this is high level dark stuff, okay? Like dark magic. You know, they call it black magic, right? But it's dark magic versus light magic. Like it's like the evil, it's like the wicked witch of the east versus, or the west, or whatever, I don't know, like in the Wizard of Oz, I think it's the east, wicked witch of the east, I don't know. And then Glenda the good witch. So like who I'm talking to, you're Glenda the good witch, man or woman. You come from a place of love and kindness, and you know, you care about people, and you don't do stuff to manipulate or control. You work with the energy. Do you know what I mean? So whatever it is, this dark magic, this black magic, it has backfired on these individuals. Okay, so the other part of the message that I got here was that they, for some of you guys, this kind of maybe showed up in your life in certain ways, because for some it feels like this dark magic kind of did touch you for a while, but it feels like you felt it. It feels like you called in reinforcement. Like you called in your spiritual guides, your dragons, you called in Archangel Michael, you called in your ancestors, and the ancestors specifically are really working and banishing these energies for you, eradicating them. And for most of you guys, like if you connect with this, that's what the message is. Like this spell work, it was meant to stop you. It was meant to destroy you. It was meant to bring you down. It was meant to block you. It was meant to affect you physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, you know, all these things. Okay. So there could have been like a period, you know, in the recent past or past where you felt like you were just like, maybe you felt literally like you had been cursed, like everything's going wrong. You know, granted, keep in mind everything with a grain of salt. We can often go through these moments because, you know, it's like dark night of the soul, or it's just tower moments. That's like a divine detour to help us learn a lesson, or to, you know, to move away from something. So things break down in our lives, right? Okay. So, but going back, so like I said, it feels like it could have touched you for a while, or for a little bit, or maybe it felt like a lot of it, I don't know, where you had, you know, maybe you kept falling ill or getting sick, or you know, had physical things happening to your body that you could not explain, or you were just drained of energy, super tired, unmotivated, feeling just super down, depressed, sad, for maybe no particular reason at all. Like just, you know, like, I can't explain this. I don't know why I feel this way. It's these kinds of things. Okay. And then, like I said, just things going wrong, like where you're like, what the hell? Like, I feel like I'm being cursed or something, because for some of you guys, that's exactly what these dark witches, dark practitioners were trying to do. But like I said, spirit has stepped in. Spirit, and like I said, especially your ancestors, and for some reason I keep getting the dragons, which the dragons is a very powerful energy. And they will come in and they will use their dragon holy fire, and they will burn away and eradicate all that is trying to attack or send dark energy or leech energy or anything like that, right? Okay, so interesting, because look, randomly bottom of the deck, I was going to give it a good shuffle real quick and then see what else comes out. But look, bad habits, drugs, addictions, toxicities, and then always partying. So again, these could be people that, you know, have dark entity attachments, demonic attachments, or you know what I mean? Where that's how they cope. That's what they do, is to, you know, to deal with their darkness, with their own inner shadow and inner demons, is by numbing themselves, escaping reality, etc. And, you know, you can't make this stuff up. Karmic friends, you can't fully trust them. Tension, secret competition. That's what this is. People who are in competition with you, people who are envious. It's like a one-sided competition, okay? This, trust me, you guys, like one-sided competition and energy like this, I've known my whole life, right? Not in particular like dark witches, but this, right? But yeah, also that kind of energy too. And it's backfired on them. It's backfired on them. It's like, I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you do to me, like, bounces off and goes back to you or whatever. It is a ricochet of negative karma. So whatever they try to do to you, it is now coming back on them threefold, tenfold. They're under judgment. They're having tower moments. Their lives are falling apart, you know, and we don't celebrate that, because like, if you're listening to this right now and you're going, good, like, shame on you, because no matter what this stuff is or how these people are, like, you know, as a light worker, an earth angel, right? Like, that's, so if you're feeling that resentful energy, that anger energy, that, you know, like I just said, like, good, that's what they deserve. Then you need to look within. You need to look at your own shadow and, you know, what you're holding on to. And, you know, these other energies, they could be reflecting, right? Your own shadow stuff, mirroring things to you, right? So anyways, I think that's only maybe going to be for like a small group of you, you know, like harboring this kind of anger or something. But for most of you guys, I know that you come from a place of love, heart. Like, you don't want to see anyone fall. You don't want to see people, you know, do this kind of stuff to themselves. You feel compassion for them. You feel empathy for them. Like, why are you doing this to yourself? Like, you know, like, it's just, yeah. Okay. So secret competition, keep your friends close and your enemies closer, which is exactly what some of these energies have done. They tried to be your friend or were your friends, or like I said, it could have been a family member or, you know, someone you went to college with or worked with. In fact, the work thing is coming through quite strongly, right? As I say that, like people that were in secret competition with you, like, I don't know, like, let's say you're in real estate and, you know, and you're just like a badass real estate agent and you're always closing deals. You make so much commission. You're just awesome at what you do, but you're not like in the ego about it where you're like, I'm the best. You're humble about it. Okay. And humble energy like that, it just, man, it sends these people off into a freaking conniption, you know, sends them through the roof. This is very malevolent energy. This is very, what's the word? Nefarious energy, nefarious energies. Just dark, just dark in that way, right? Okay. People that try to, like, they act nice to your face. They act nice to your face, or they give you compliments to your face, you know, but behind your back, they gossip, they nitpick. They bring up the things that really they love about you or are inspired by you, but they twist it up and gossip like it's a bad thing or something. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you know, like an example would be like, oh my gosh, like, it's so annoying just how positive she or he is all the time and how people just, you know, love them, you know. That's a trigger. That's because that's an insecurity. They don't feel like people respect them. They don't feel like they inspire anyone. They don't even inspire themselves. Right? It's like that. Okay. All right. So where are we at? 14 minutes. Okay. You know, and someone who is into like this kind of energy, right? Like, you know, there's many starseeds and light workers who have struggled with this type of energy, right? Because of your empathy, because of everything that you feel and everything you tune into, everything you pick up on, right? But that's also like shadow work, right? Like breaking codependencies and shadow work and, you know, overcoming the devil energies within or in our lives, right? But people who are always in this, like in this energy here, Like alcohol, for instance, very low vibrational, right? Drugs, very low vibrational. Like when you are inebriated, right? Like it is so easy for spiritual attacks, for psychic attacks to get to you. Especially like if you fall asleep drunk, right? Like, or something like that. It makes it very easy for these energies to come in and infiltrate and to latch on and to send, you know, like this kind of stuff your way, right? So, you know, it's everything in moderation, of course, right? Like, I'm not saying like, like if you drink, that's terrible. And like, you know, I'm not saying anything like that. You know, like I myself drink alcohol here and there for sure. You know what I mean? Like I'm not, you know, but it's, you know, again, it's, I know these things, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and see what else wants to come out in regards to this message. Ooh, hello. Okay. Whoa. We had two cards just like fly out all crazy together. Face down like that. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm going to take my poncho off. Okay. Hold on. Acting cold. These, I mean, look at, it's ice cube. It's in the shape of a heart. It's like these people have icy hearts. They're cold. Maybe these people, maybe because of their behavior or because of their energy, maybe you pulled back and maybe they got offended. Maybe they, right, got pissed off and were like, you know, they just cut me off. They're cold, you know, but really it's because you detached because you had to. You pulled back because you had to, because the energy was so toxic or draining or dark or whatever. But these are energies that are, they act cold. You know, like they're not very nice people. Or maybe they portray to be nice people, because I'm getting like, you know, like a wolf in sheep's clothing, which is actually one of the cards in this deck. So if it's this card, that's crazy. No, lonely. These people are lonely. These energies are lonely because of how they are, you know? But this could also be some of the ways, like some of the spell casting or some of the dark energy like that. Maybe that was a part of it. Maybe they were trying to block you from love or block you from friendship. Maybe they wanted, it's like they wanted you to feel lonely. They wanted you to feel lonely and broken down and beat down and miserable and cursed. And you know what I mean? This is what they wanted. But again, it backfired on them. So it's like all that cold energy, evil energy that they've put out, it's being returned back to them. They are feeling lonely. They're the ones that feel alone and isolated, right? And again, instead of, you know, instead of doing the work and going within and going, you know, why do I feel like this? And how do I self-sabotage? And how did I maybe bring this on myself? Like we all have to do that shadow work. You know what I mean? And right now we are all moving through that in big ways, in different ways. But you know what I mean? With the eclipse portal and all that. Some of these energies, they are, they will portray themselves as light workers, but they are, they're not light workers. They could portray themselves as light workers. And what I keep getting is like Etsy, like spell work on Etsy. Like, I don't know. You know, like I've been obviously on Etsy and stuff before, and, you know, like looking for like crystals or candles or, you know, spiritual things or, you know, stuff for my altar or, you know, like stuff like this, like, you know, oracle decks that are created by other readers or people, you know, that you can't find on Amazon or in the stores, things like that, right? So I've seen on Etsy, and I know you guys will know what I'm talking about, where people will offer like, you know, spell work, you know what I mean? Like spell work for this, spell work for that, you know, purchase this spell, you know, to, you know, get your ex back, or to, you know, block finances against an enemy, or to, you know, things like that, which I mean, oh my gosh, like I just can't even with that stuff, you know what I mean? Because it's, again, it's like a part of this dark energy, like doing spell work to try to bring an ex back. Like, that is so desperate. I'm sorry. Like, that is so desperate. And that also is a form of control. That's a form of fear. That is, you know, I'm trying to manipulate the energy. I'm trying to manipulate this other person's energy just so they'll come back to me. It's very selfish. It's like, right? And then all it does is backfire on the person who purchases the spell work or is trying to do this, or also the person, you know, casting the spells. It's like, why? Like I said earlier, like, why would you do that to yourself? You know, if you really understand karma and the universe and the laws of the universe and all that, like, you would never. That's like, it's like bad juju, bad karma. Okay. And also, again, so I know I'm bouncing all over, but it's just because I'm channeling for thousands and thousands of people, and like, everyone's situations are going to be different. How this affected you, how you felt, the people that did this, you know, whether it was a karmic friend, a family member, an ex-lover, or, you know, someone who is now with one of your exes who just is so jealous of you and insecure, right? It's like, have you guys, like, if you've ever seen that movie, The Craft, about the witches in high school, right? Like, there was 4 of them, right? Well, the one, she was a light witch, a good witch, right? But the other 3, they were like this. They were like this, okay? And they worked with dark magic. They worked with dark energies. And they were vengeful. They were very vengeful. They had a chip on their shoulder. And so what did they do? Like, the one girl, you know, she was on the swim team with this really popular girl who everyone, you know, she was popular and pretty and, like, you know, but she was mean to the witch, right? She was mean to her. Well, always like picked on her and just gave her dirty looks and stuff, right? So the witch had this like vendetta against her. So she wanted to curse her, and all the popular girl's hair started falling out. It just fell out in clumps. Like, she was going bald, and she had this long, beautiful blonde hair, right? And if you guys have seen the movie, then you know what I'm talking about in this moment. Well, guess what ended up happening? That spell work went back onto the witch threefold, and it was bad. She lost all her hair. It was really bad. Like, it was worse than what she did to the girl, right? That's what I mean here. Like, you don't mess with that kind of stuff, and you don't do that kind of stuff to people and other human beings, right? Or to anyone or anything, right? For some of you guys, uninterested. For some of you guys, this could be someone who is envious or jealous because they are into someone, they like someone, or they're in love with someone that is uninterested in them, but very interested in you, right? So again, this could be, you know, a divine feminine or divine masculine, like, you know, counterpart who is with like a karmic energy, who feels like they're being rejected because of you, or they blame you, or, right? Like, this person doesn't want me because they want you, and it's your fault. It's like that. See, you cannot make this stuff up. They're spiritual haters, and they work with the energy, but there's hate and vengeance and resentment in it, and all these negative kind of, you know, vibrational energies. But this right here, this is about you. They spiritually hate on you. They hate on your spirituality, your light, your magic, your power, your beauty, your looks, your you know, the fact that you are so unique and different. You know, you've got maybe good personality. Everyone is attracted to you. Everyone magnetizes to you. And with them, they feel like everyone's uninterested in them. People reject them. They have abandonment wounds, right? So again, it just brings up this like very dark energy within them that makes them crazy. I don't know how to explain, you know what I mean? It makes them do crazy things. And now it's like, it's see, they tried to cock block. They tried to block you from, you know, union or love, or it's like I said earlier, financial stuff. They tried to maybe, you know, You know, it could be anything. Like I gave the example of like, you know, losing hair or gaining weight, or I don't know, it could be anything, right? I'm just saying anything that comes through right now, because they know that you are this boss biatch, man or woman. Like you have this boss energy, like you are a leader, you are a warrior, you exude strength, but you also exude love and compassion and kindness, right? And that's stuff that they lack. It's stuff that they could connect to, but they don't, right? And for some of these energies that are very malevolent, they've just completely been infiltrated, and they are now like they're like on the dark side. Okay. It's like Harry Potter, right? You have the good wizards, and then you have the dark lord, the dark wizards, right? And all of his dark wizard minions, right? That are all what? They're afraid of him, right? He doesn't inspire Voldemort. He doesn't inspire and lead with love like Dumbledore and Harry Potter, and right. Like I know many of you guys will understand this, right? But Voldemort, everyone was afraid of him. He would, right? He would do away with you on a dime. If you look at him the wrong way, if you say the wrong thing and it irritates him, bam, you're done. So people are afraid, right? Okay, so the boss bitch, you run your own business, you're very stable, you're busy, you're multifaceted. Yeah, it's all this. That's why they spiritually hate on your light, your magic, your power, the fact that you're that you are this very stable energy, you're confident, you're sure of yourself. But you've gotten this way through all of your healing work, through your journey, right? So these energies, they watch, they stalk, they study, like I said. Stalking, watching, obsessed. They're obsessed with you. These energies are obsessed with you. They would never say that, obviously. Like they don't, this is stuff that like, right? But it's like, I just need you guys to know that this stuff has, that's the message here, is that this is what these energies were trying to do. Maybe it infiltrated your energy, you know, for a little while, for a minute. But like I said, you called in reinforcements, your spiritual guides came in full force and divinely intervened. And now it's just, it's not looking good over here for these other people. Their life is falling apart. Their relationships are falling apart. Their finances are falling apart. Now they have money blocks. Now they are blocked from love. Now, blah, 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 right? And how are many of these people handling it? They're partying, they're drinking, they're doing drugs, they're trying to, you know, avoid things. But, you know, for many of them deep down inside, they know exactly why these things are happening to them, because of what they did to others, including you. See, and then look, talking shit, stalker, girl fights, look, arguments, physical fight, at war, and competing. So this other card, remember the Karmic Friends, it says secret competition. And I said one-sided competition. People who are in a one-sided competition with you. You're not in competition with anyone. You're in your magic. You're in your power. You're stable. You're good. And that's what triggers even more to these people. So it's like they're in this one-sided argument. They're in this one-sided fight. They battle with themselves about you, and you're just like living your life, like paying no mind. You know what I mean? For some of you guys, you may not even know who these energies are. Like, you know, if it's someone that follows you online on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, it could just be your energy just triggers those demons within them. And yeah, so for some of you guys, this could be a complete stranger, someone you don't even know. Or let's say you have a platform, maybe you have a YouTube channel like this, right? So, you know, that's why it's always, you know, I mean, like clearly, like you are divinely guided and protected, but you know, maybe these energies kind of infiltrated your energy field when you were going through a low point, or, you know, they just got you in that right moment. Or if they really knew what they were doing, they kind of created that. So you did feel down and depressed and lonely and just like maybe giving up, and like you literally felt cursed. Okay. And some of these energies, they're people that are in competition with you because, like I said about this uninterested card, look at that. Because people are into you. Or maybe someone specific that they don't want to let go of, that they love, or that they are, you know, whatever. is into you. Okay? Good chemistry, great vibes, and positive. That's what I said earlier. Like you are the one that carries that positive energy, your good vibes. People like being around you. People are truly inspired by you. And it just, these energies can't stand it. It's really sad. Like, it's really sad that there's humans out there like that there's people like they're out there like that, you know, and some of them, they just do it all on their own. And like I said, for some, they've been completely infiltrated because they're in such a low vibrational state that they were easily able to be infiltrated by dark forces, by evil forces. Okay, so this is the inside scoop, my loves. This is it. Okay, so again, I mean, look at all the darkness here. Like, there's barely any color, right? It's just dark, 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 right? A closer look, someone who's very nosy and up in your business. So there you go. These could even be people, like I said, right, that were close to you or acted like friends or whatever, but also it's like they're looking you up. They're super nosy. They want to know, you know, how your life is going, what you've got going on, you know, if their spell casting worked, you know, they want to see what you're talking about, what you post, you know, things like that. So I don't know, guys, but this is the message here. So you know what? I'm going to end the message. So this is what I've got. Look, just randomly, the moon card. It's about the shadow, the darkness, what's hidden, right? Some of them were trying to do spell work with moon cycles, moon phases, maybe eclipses, you know, portal, you know, different portals like Lion's Gate, because yeah, these are all powerful times, right? We use them as healing, for positive energy, for, you know, doing shadow work, for all these things, right? Where a lot of these energies, they will work with them in the opposite way, right? Like a full moon, right? You know, dark magic rituals happening, and trying to manipulate the energy working with the full moon. Crazy. It really is. It's like mind-blowing to me. It's crazy to me. But you know, Spirit's giving me the word untouchable. I look down at the spiritual hater card because these energies, man, woman, whoever they are, they're spiritually hating on your light. Because what did I say earlier? Your light irritates their demons. I did a reading not that long ago. I don't know, maybe like a month ago or something, or a few weeks back. And it was kind of similar, but it was like you broke a dark curse. This was more about like your family lineage, your bloodlines, DNA line, you know, things like your stuff like that, right? But this also could tie into that, you know? But this is more about, like I said, like the wolf in sheep's clothing, you know, people that were liars, they're sneaky, they're nosy, they're jealous, they're envious. And you guys know me, I tap my heart and I send them love because that's what they're lacking. That's what they're lacking. Some of them, they've completely like lost their souls, right? Like it's been taken over. Like they've been taken over. You know what I mean? And it's like you can't like ever like truly lose your soul, but it can be so infiltrated that meaning you're disconnected from your soul and you can't reconnect to it, right? And like and it's just coming through again for some. Yeah, look, the Five of Cups just came out. People who are heartbroken, they're sad, they're in pain, it's emotional loss, you know, a lot of crying, you know, just but it's also kind of victim, like, why me? It's like that. But what I was about to say when this came out was, yeah, see, and then the Father of Cups, King of Cups here on the bottom of the deck. So this could be people that are connected. So like, let's say you are a divine feminine and you have a divine masculine counterpart. And let's say the divine masculine has an ex or has, you know, maybe they're with someone, like I said earlier, and, you know, maybe they know about you, or maybe they just have an intuitive feeling about you, but it feels more like people who watch you, people who know of you, they know your name, they speak about you. And what I'm specifically getting is that for some of you guys, you put out declarations, you set intentions, you put out declarations to the universe saying like, I do not consent for anyone to use my name to speak of me in any kind of ill will, like any kind of ill way, anyone that has ill will towards me, things like that, right? I mean, universe is in your favor here, right? See, and then look, another 5, 5, 5, and then the King of Cups. Okay, so it's just, again, it feels like someone who is sad because, you know, they're in love with someone, but the person they're in love with loves you. Or they feel like they're losing someone and it's your fault, right? Even if you have nothing to do with it, you're just like going about your day, your life, you know, it's, you know, like I said, it's sad and it's kind of like psychotic in a way. It's like, you know, but it's just like people who are so, like people who get so insecure and so jealous, and then they let that take them over. They let that control them. They're fear-based, they're lack-based, and you're not. So they self-sabotage. So they have self-sabotaged. It was false victory here with the 5 swords. This is a card of false victory. It's a card of you've been defeated. You self-sabotaged. Now this is on you. This is why you're sad. This is why your cups are empty. This is why your bank is empty. This is why, you know, people are leaving your life and you feel like everyone's just rejecting you. But really, it's you, right? Again, victim mentality. It's never my fault. It's everyone else's fault. And the universe is going, Your spirit guides are going, right? And then 10 wands. So these energies are experiencing extreme burdensome energy right now. A lot of heaviness, a lot of grief, a lot of pain. Again, this is nothing to gloat about or celebrate. Again, like, oh, good, that's what they deserve if they tried doing that to me, and right? No, we don't do that here. We tap our hearts and we send them love and we pray. We pray for all. We pray for them. We pray for their healing. We pray for them to dive into their healing journey, to, you know, awaken, to connect to their heart, you know, like just things like that, right? Exactly. Because we're earth angels with temperance. We pray for their healing. That's like, you can't make it up, right? Your angels are protecting you from all of this. This is the angel card. Archangel Michael energy, right? Wow. Okay. I'm going to leave it here because I want to disconnect from this. But I had to get the message out. So, you know, you, like, who I'm speaking to, you're protected. And whatever has happened, these energies have been eradicated. And that was like the main message, is that this may have affected you, but the universe, the universe did a return to sender. And you guys know me, I don't do return to sender because I was guided a long time ago to not do that, because it's like recycling energy. It's like, oh, so you send me this, I'm sending it back. You know, it's different if you are clearing energy and you're just like, I call all my energy, all my power back to me through all space and time, every timeline, every dimension, every interaction, every lifetime, yada, yada. And all energy that does not belong to me, I send out into the universe with love. You know, I do that every day, constantly, right? But one thing I don't do is, you know, return to sender and and, you know, send them back their evil eye. Like, I don't need to do that because I'm protected, like this message, right? I already know that between me, my power, and my guides and my ancestors, my angels, right? The universe has my back, because guess what? I'm in alignment with what the universe is wanting. These energies create more imbalance, more negative karma, etc., 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 right? So again, that's why they're getting this massive blowback, okay? Or have received this blowback, okay? Because they are creating imbalance, and the universe is doing everything in its power right now to create balance here on Earth, in other star systems, like just in general, right? So people who are, right, they're again, it's self-sabotage. You're doing it to yourself. That's why your life is heavy. That's why you're going through endings. That's why your relationships are falling apart. That's why it's all your fault, right? And we know this, right? We've had to come to the same conclusions with our own negative karma and tower moments, etc., right? Through our journeys. And then what do? We heal it. We heal it. We create more of the balance. We balance it out. So it's not, right? So anyways, loves, okay. So let me know how this connects with you, you know? You know, if you feel like sharing in the comments, like things that maybe, you know, you've been through, or people like this that you've experienced, or maybe you just felt it on like an intuitive level. You just felt it like on a higher level. You just knew it, right? Like I knew that. I felt that, you know? Yeah, and I just keep receiving, the spell has been broken. The spell has been broken. The spell has been broken. Okay? So anyways, loves, if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, all of my different reading options, spiritual services, healing services, are all in the description box below. Right now, I am running a special until October 8th. It's the first time I've ever done this with my Akashic past life readings. But you can, I'm offering till October 8th, a 30-minute Akashic Records reading for $111 USD, because my Akashic Record readings are, the sessions are 1 hour and the price is $222. But Spirit guided me to offer this because so much past life regression is happening right now. So much past life trauma is coming up, whether it's connected to our past lives, or even the past in this lifetime, right? So these readings are extremely cool because I'm tapping into your Akashic records and I'm being guided. Lifetimes will come up, like who you've been, when you've been, what you look like, you know. A lot of times I get like the years that this is, you know, the era that this was in, you know. It's just really neat, but it's also connected to this incarnation, what comes through. So it's very healing for you. It helps you with your shadow work. It helps you with your light work. It helps you with healing. It helps you connect to more of your gifts, you know, your soul mission, your life path, like who you've been and what you've done, etc. So anyways, I'm leaving it here for the 4th time. Have a beautiful day, my loves. And again, just always be spiritually responsible, right? Like we send love, we pray for everyone, you know, we protect ourselves, right, from the evil eye energies. You know, we walk around with black tourmaline or a black obsidian, or, you know, things like that, right? So all right, loves, have a gorgeous day and I will see you soon.